I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Thursday, December 4th. Today, a questionable arrest.
Within like 30 seconds, I was handcuffed and thrown in the back of the car.
Why one man believes racial profiling led to his arrest at a Winnipeg Home Depot. Also today, climbing food costs.
It's more of a significant increase than we have seen recently.
As grocery prices continue to reach new heights, which product is helping drive up your grocery bill? Plus, a temporary return.
We're putting up about $1 million worth of this U.S. booze for sale.
Why U.S. liquor is coming back to Manitoba shelves. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Frustration and anger tonight from an Indigenous man in Winnipeg who says he was the target of racial profiling by police after purchasing an item at Home Depot in the east end of the city. The man was pulled out of his car, handcuffed, and detained until police confirmed he had purchased the item legally. Joining me now live with the details is CTV's Joseph Bernacki. So, Joseph, what happened here?
Marilee, 32-year-old George Sinclair is still in shock tonight following the incident that took place Wednesday morning at the Regent Avenue Home Depot. Sinclair says he went to the store to buy a leaf blower. After the item was brought to the counter, he paid for it and was given his receipt. He then headed to his car in the parking lot and tried to leave. What happened next to him, he says, was very upsetting.
I noticed that there's 2 cop cars behind me with their lights on. So I put my car in the park, and as soon as I put my car in the park, my passenger door is ripped open. A cop jumps in, he grabs me, telling me I'm under arrest for theft. Then my driver door opens up. The other cop pulls me out, throws me in handcuffs, searches me, throws me in the car. This is ridiculous. I don't have a criminal record. I was treated like an absolute criminal there. It's embarrassing.
After police spent several minutes looking at Sinclair's receipt, he said police then ran his name through their system to see if he had any outstanding warrants. He has no criminal record. He was then released. Sinclair told CTV News he believes he was followed around inside the store by a Home Depot employee while looking for the leaf blower. We reached out to the Home Depot on Regent Avenue for comment on this incident. They deferred to their national media inquiry line, to which we have not heard back from yet.
So, Joseph, what are police saying about this incident? Have they acknowledged what happened?
Marilee, we reached out to Winnipeg Police Service Thursday, and they did not respond to this specific incident.
All right. Thanks for this, Joseph. The number of people using food banks is growing, and they're getting younger. Harvest Manitoba says up to 60,000 Manitobans rely on their services every month. Nearly half are families with children. And as CTV's Jeff Keel shows you now, food prices may have a lot to do with it, as they are expected to climb even higher next year.
Rob McCaw volunteers at Harvest Manitoba. He's on disability and also relies on the food bank every week.
I get money and I buy food, but sometimes the money that they give me is just not enough.
McCaw is not alone. In fact, the number of people who need the food bank is staggering.
Yeah, it's terribly concerning.
According to Harvest Manitoba's annual report, up to 60,000 Manitobans rely on their services every month. 62% of them go hungry once a month. And over the last 5 years, the number of families with kids has gone up from 32 to 45% of users, and some with post-secondary education from 32 to 61%. The
demographic of folks that are accessing our services are getting younger, and they're feeding more children. There's more children accessing our services. And on top of that, they have more education and might have more employment.
The high cost of groceries is driving demand. A separate report on food prices from Canadian universities show a family of 4 will pay $994 more for food in 2026, for a total of $17,571, meaning the cost of food has gone up 27% from 5 years ago.
$1,000 over the course of the year for a family of 4, $20 a week, really. So yeah, it's more of a significant increase than we have seen recently.
One of the big drivers is meat, up 7.2% this year and expected to rise another 5 to 7% in 2026. Drought and wildfires are thinning the herd.
We've got the lowest beef herd numbers in 40 years across all of Canada, but it's predominantly Alberta and southwest Saskatchewan.
On the plus side, Manitoba's food price hikes are expected to be below the national average. Jeff Keel, CTV News Winnipeg.
U.S. liquor will be returning to Manitoba shelves, but only for a limited time.
And the idea is we're putting up about $1 million worth of this U.S. booze for sale, and that'll result in $500,000 getting donated to the cheerboards in Winnipeg, Brandon, Thompson.
Premier Wapkanu made the announcement this morning on Virgin Radio, noting a backstock of U.S. alcohol previously pulled from Liquor Mart shelves will go on sale Monday. Vendors, restaurants, and private wine stores will get first crack at the U.S. products, and then what's left will go on sale to the general public Wednesday.
We're not reordering any of the American booze. When you talk to the Americans, this is one of the things that they actually noticed that we've done so far. It's a big irritant.
The Premier says the ban on U.S. liquor will remain in effect. It was implemented in February in response to U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs. More public art displays, community cleanups, and a downtown talent show. The Downtown Winnipeg Biz is giving Winnipeggers a preview of some of its priorities for the year ahead.
A place where people feel safe, where storefronts are full and thriving, where community connects, and where progress is visible.
CEO Kate Fenske outlined some of what's planned during the Biz's annual general meeting this afternoon. Some of the highlights include more art and live performances throughout the Skywalk, a new program to incentivize downtown dining, and expanding the annual spring cleanup, and a new opportunity for all of the musicians and performers out there.
So we're going to kick off in the spring with a Downtown's Got Talent, a brand new event that's going to showcase artists, both the performers that you know and love, but also we're hoping that we'll discover some new talent. And then we want to provide paid opportunities for those musicians, those performers, to not only showcase their talent, but really bring energy and vibrancy to the public spaces that we have downtown.
Fenske says the overarching goal is to make downtown as clean and as vibrant as it can be. Well, if you're looking to swim or skate this winter, now is the time to figure out which city programs work best for your schedule.
Little marching steps. Woo, that's okay.
You can now view Winnipeg's 2026 Winter Leisure Guide for swimming and skating lessons online. The popular programs usually fill up pretty fast, so once you find a time and a location you like, make note of it. City of Winnipeg residents can start registering on Tuesday, December 16th at 8 in the morning, and then 2 days later on Thursday, December 18th at 8 a.m. Any remaining spots open up to those living outside Winnipeg. You can register online, over the phone by calling 311, or in person at any city indoor pool during regular operating hours. And a tip, if you plan to register online, make sure you set up an account ahead of time and can successfully log into it. All right, let's bring in Colleen Brady now and get a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. Yeah, the only place to swim these days is indoors.
That's correct.
Very windy out there today, some snow. What are you tracking tonight?
One clipper system after the next. We had an Alberta clipper that zipped through a couple of days ago across Manitoba. There's another one zipping through right now, and there's more to come in the coming days. But here's a look on the radar at Winnipeg and the surrounding regions. The snow is falling here, but as much as it is still falling here, even more snow is falling in northwestern Ontario, and that's why Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued a special weather statement for the region. I will have more details on that and a look at when we will see the next clipper come through and how cold the temperatures are going to get as well. In the mix of all of it, we'll get you covered there. Let's take a look right now through the Bathfitter Live Eye. Bathfitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years. In Winnipeg right now with the snow falling, it is -5 degrees. The camera's blowing around in those winds, even though they're relatively light. With the wind chill, it feels like -10. The pressure's dropping and the humidity is 89%. Out in traffic, a live look out at McPhillips. Boy, oh boy. Northbound McPhillips is clearly not the place that you want to be. I would suggest an alternate route if you need to head into the north part of the city anytime soon.
Coming up, fiscal forecast. Will the city meet its saving targets? Why a new report says there's room for optimism. Stay with us.
EQ Bank is a digital financial services firm. It sees itself as a challenger to the bigger traditional lenders. As part of the deal, EQB will take on President's Choice 2.5 million customers and close to $6 billion in assets. Loblaw will keep a 17% stake in EQB. The deal also makes EQB the financial partner of the PC Optimum loyalty program, which has more than 17 million members. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down to 71.64. West Texas Intermediate crude is up to 59.67. Western Canadian Select is up to 45.63. And the TSX gained 317 points to end the day at another record high of 31,477. Those are your business headlines. I'm Morella Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
Some positive news for the city's fiscal situation. The city expects to meet its savings target of $51.8 million by the end of the year. In its latest financial status report, the city is projecting a $17.4 million deficit by the end of the year, which is a $300,000 improvement from last quarter. But there are still some variables at play, such as snow clearing costs and work absences, which could drive up overtime. An arrest tonight in a pair of armed robberies at Winnipeg Cannabis stores. The robberies took place in October and November, and in both cases, police say a man wearing a clown mask armed with an air rifle demanded money. The Cannabis stores were located in the 700 block of St. Mary's Road and the 1300 block of Archibald Street. A third location, a hotel on Alpine Avenue, was also robbed under similar circumstances in June. In total, police say the suspect made off with $5,000 in cannabis and vape products and an undisclosed amount of cash. Investigators arrested a 38-year-old suspect at Milner Ridge Correctional Center last week. A nonprofit charity is filling shoe boxes with supplies to uplift women at risk of homelessness, and it's in desperate need of donations this holiday season.
The community can build a shoebox, drop it off at one of our drop-off locations, which are majority the libraries across Winnipeg. And then we pick them up and we organize them and we deliver them.
The Shoebox Project for Women is looking for essentials such as toiletries and toques, as well as special treats like face masks and gift cards. The items can be dropped off at select libraries, where they'll eventually be gifted to domestic violence shelters and resource centers across Manitoba.
We do hear that many of the women, this will be the only gift that they get at Christmas. So for many of them, it's a very special time.
The organization donated 840 shoe boxes last year and is hoping to donate even more this year. However, donations are currently down by 50%. More information on ways you can support, including drop-off locations, can be found at shoeboxproject.ca.
Community Connection is brought to you by Mr. Reuter Plumbing. Born to be a hero, trained to be a plumber.
And don't forget, CTV News Winnipeg is building another Toy Mountain this year, and we need your help. New unwrapped toys can be dropped off for Toy Mountain tomorrow and Saturday at CF Polo Park. CTV News Winnipeg and our friends from Virgin Radio and Bounce will be collecting toy donations on the second floor overlooking Center Court. You can also make a toy donation at any Scotiabank, IKEA, and Toys R Us location. Select Winnipeg Fire Paramedic stations are also accepting toys. You can find a full list of all Toy Mountain events and drop-off locations on our website. Just go to ctvnewswinnipeg.ca.
I had become somehow a cockroach. I couldn't.
An acclaimed Canadian comedian and actor coming to Winnipeg. How you can get in on some laughs next in Spotlight.
Give a child a winter coat. You give them the means to go to school on a cold day, a chance to play outside, because no child should be freezing cold. Donate to Coats for Kids. Proudly sponsored by United Way Winnipeg and CTV. Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting Toque, All-Star Canadian Classic Rock.
Colleen Brady is back now for Spotlight, and a founding member behind a legendary sketch comedy troupe has just launched a Canadian tour.
This is very exciting. Bruce McCullough, best known for his work, of course, with the Kids in the Hall, will be bringing in laughter to Winnipeg.
I didn't know. Was I me? Was I someone else? Was I someone better? Well, if I was someone else, I would be someone better.
McCullough is taking his comedy solo show Dark Purple Slice across the country next year. The Canadian comedian will be stopping at the West End Cultural Centre on March 22nd. His show will blend music, stand-up, and storytelling, exploring his lifelong habit of looking at the world as an outsider. Tickets are available on his website.
All right, this is pretty cool. In just a matter of months, Manitobans will be able to see firsthand one of the most historic items in Canadian history.
That's right. The Hudson's Bay Company Royal Charter will be donated to 4 public institutions, including the Manitoba Museum. Now, the museum says Manitobans could expect to see the charter on display sometime in the second half of 2026. The document from 1670 granted to the HBC the right of sole trade and commerce over a vast portion of modern-day Canada. It was purchased for $18 million by the Weston and Thompson families earlier this week.
For those looking to ease into the holidays, a new opportunity just opened up.
A special relaxed performance of a popular show has just been added at the West End Cultural Centre next week.
A simple kind of Christmas in a complicated time.
After selling out the evening show, local folk rock trio Red Moon Road is adding a matinee performance of Simple Kind of Christmas on December 13th. The afternoon show is geared more toward families or those with sensory sensitivities. The lights will be dimmed and the audience is free to get up and move about if needed. You can head online to get tickets, wecc.ca for those.
All right. Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Well, are you ready for some football? Your primetime lineup starts at 6 with the pregame show. At 7, the Cowboys take on the Lions. And at 10, catch Children Ruin Everything. It is all right here on CTV.
The CTV Primetime Lineup is brought to you by Strictly Amish, exclusively in Arbor, Manitoba.
Busy around the city right now. Peak of the rush. You can see a stream of red headlights coming off the Midtown Bridge down Donald. Busy right there, obviously, as the snow continues to fall. It's -5. I will have your full forecast coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Well, we are in a weather pattern right now that is going to generate one clipper system after the next. That doesn't necessarily mean a lot of snow. We didn't get a lot of snow a couple of days ago, nor are we getting a lot here, at least not on the Manitoba side of the border. The snow has ended for the most part out in western Manitoba. Here in the southeast, it continues in Winnipeg and the surrounding areas. It will end before too long here, but it is northwestern Ontario that's going to get much more snow, and you can see the radar is much more active. So much so that Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued a special weather statement for the region. 10 up to 15 centimeters of snow is possible tonight, but also winds are very strong, and that is generating blowing snow. So Environment Canada is suggesting that this is not a good night to be traveling. Outright, it could be hazardous to do so. So keep that in mind. If you have any traveling to do in the region tonight, best to avoid it with these winds so strong coming up from the southwest, blowing around that snow that will be falling heavily at times. So here it is on the Futurecast. It will continue to move off in the coming hours. But as one clipper system moves on out, another clipper system will move on in. More snow with the next system will move into the northwest in Manitoba tonight. It will be a weaker system. It won't produce even as much as this one is. Then as we get into Friday morning, you can see there's a good chance we're going to see some of that snow quickly zip through the Winnipeg area and surrounding regions before it moves on out. And the sky will clear right out. Now, it will be a weaker system, but it will be tapping in to some very strong Arctic air in behind it, dragging it down, if you will, from the north. And it will be ushering in a very cold weekend across Manitoba and into northwestern Ontario throughout the weekend. The trade-off, though, with that higher pressure will be sunshine. Cold comfort maybe for some. -14 is our overnight low tonight with that light snow coming to an end. Light winds here out of the northwest at 10 kilometers an hour for most of the night. The winds strengthen a little bit from the northwest tomorrow. There's a good possibility we'll see that light snow come through. The models are a little conflicted, but you can see by the Futurecast it looks like we might get dusted a bit here in the Winnipeg region. A high of -9 degrees, so not that cold. It wasn't that cold today with the system passing through as you might expect like it was yesterday, but it will be cold on the weekend. Take a look at this. Sunshine Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, our high of -16 degrees before we drop all the way down to -25 degrees on Saturday night. -18 is our high on Sunday in the sun. Remember when temperatures were really mild in November? Yeah, that feels like a while ago now. Snow likely to return on Monday. The next clipper system, -10 degrees, -12 Tuesday, and a high of just -15 by Wednesday. Our first weather photo is a cute little one there. That photo is from Beausejour. That photo was taken by Mark. If They're cute. Those poor birds. It's going to be cold for them. And a great shot of downtown Winnipeg. That photo is from Mary Lou. You can email us your weather photos to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
The CTV Skywatch Pick of the Day is brought to you by the Manitoba Chiropractors Association. We've got your back.
Like many others, a school east of Winnipeg regularly shares little updates through social media to show parents what their kids are up to. So when staff at a Cole-Dugald school recently posted a brief video of the junior band class practicing for an upcoming concert, they didn't think much of it. But as it turns out, the internet loved it. That video posted to Instagram 2 weeks ago has gone viral, racking up some 2 million views and more than 100,000 likes and counting. The reason? You might have guessed it. Judging by the comments, viewers are amused by the inordinate number of kids playing. What is that, a trumpet?
It's a tuba back there.
The tuba.
That's a big tuba section.
Some comments read, I've got a fever and the only prescription is more tuba.
Yes.
And I don't think there's enough tubas. Principal Andrew Mead says the school community is surprised but delighted over the sudden attention.
Awesome.
And the school's leaning into the popularity, hanging up signs saying, welcome to Dugald, Manitoba, and Dugald, Tuba Town. The junior band class actually took part in its first concert just last night, and we're told Jingle Bells was a hit. Apparently they're playing the euphonium, which is a tuba, just smaller.
Okay.
I don't know. You could tell I was not in band.
Yeah.
I don't know any instruments. You kids are talented, though, and so are those in the comments section.
No kidding.
Keep it going viral.
Love the tubas.
CTV National with Sandy Ronaldo starts now. And just a note, our 6 p.m. show is preempted due to the NFL game, but we will have more local news coverage at 11:30, and we'll be back to normal programming for our 6 o'clock newscast tomorrow. Hope to see you then.